All right, hey Tyler, so why are we doing this video today?
So we've got, our deployment coming up pretty soon, and I just wanted to make something special here for my wife and my family. I've got a baby on the way in just a couple months here, and just wanted to put together a little video for Brittany and for Levi to watch while I'm gone. So
tell me how you and Brittany met.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty funny because we're actually in the building that we met in about 2 years ago on Easter Sunday. I remember I was sitting in church with my mom, and kind of funny to that is a year prior at Christmas, I was here at Mountain View, and Brittany was here sitting in front of me, and I never knew her, never even noticed who she was or anything, but my mom had taken an interest in her, and was kind of watching her and everything like that. And that Easter Sunday, Brittany was coming in late, and my mom had said she wanted to introduce me to somebody who was sitting in front of them, and kept saying don't screw this up, don't be yourself. And it was pretty funny, but we were just waiting, and the Lavernes came in, and Brandon, her younger brother, and Dylan were both sitting there, and Brandon was there with his girlfriend at the time, and I looked at my mom and said, "Mom, this doesn't make any sense, that girl's already got a boyfriend," because I didn't know the Laverne boys at the time. So I was like, "She's already got a boyfriend, what are you even doing?" So I just went back to singing and worshiping and everything like that, and lo and behold, Brittany comes in with some coffees for her family. I was like, well, player 3 has entered the game, who do we have here? And she comes and sits down next to her mom and gives her a big hug and kiss, and I look at my mom like, all right, she's a family girl, okay, all right. And I'm just staring at the back of her head, not to be weird or anything, but just watching her, and went back to singing and whatnot. And so the service ends, and she just scoots out like really quick and tries to get out of the service. I'm like, well, all right, we're not gonna meet, and it is what it is. But I ended up talking to her mom, and my walls were kind of down because I was like, all right, I'm not gonna meet this girl today. And my mom grabbed Brittany and turned around and said, "You have to meet my son today." And lo and behold, we introduced ourselves. And I was so weird because I thought, you can't ask for a girl's number on Easter. So I'm like, she's really cool, but how about add me on Facebook? She was like, okay, I'll add you on Facebook. So we left that day, and my brothers and my brother's wife, Liana, and all our family were downtown getting lunch, and we're at a Starbucks, and we started plotting out on my phone how to messenger, and say like, hey, it was great to meet you, let's get coffee. So we met up and got coffee, went on a couple dates, and the rest, as they say, is history. So our best dates, Brittany loves surprises, and I hate surprises. She had asked me to put together something, just like we were gonna go out or something like that, and she came home from work, and I told her like, hey, surprise, it's a stay-in date. We're just gonna hang out here. And she's like, are you kidding me? And I was like, no, like it's gonna be great. But lo and behold, I told her to get dressed, and we went out on this, near Skyline Drive in Virginia, where it's this beautiful overlook, and I had a big picnic plan and everything, and she was just awestruck by it all. So it was really, really beautiful, and it was fun to be able to surprise her with something like that. So my fondest memory of our relationship was probably after the engagement. Planning the engagement was really fun with my mom and her sisters. I remember sitting in the restaurant that I would propose to her in Virginia Oaks. But the funniest part about it was she had no idea, and it was a big surprise engagement. But afterwards, I remember having her send me hourly selfies with her engagement ring because she loved taking selfies. And I said, you need to tell the world. So I want an hourly selfie with the engagement ring in the picture somewhere, and she did it for about the first week or so. She was sending me selfies almost every hour of her with the engagement ring. So a funny memory, we've got so many because she is just a goofball, but one of the funniest ones was one of the first times she was meeting my dad. We were having brunch at their house, and they gave us some mimosas and everything that we had on the table, and I just remember Brittany knocking it over, and it landed on my dad's lap, and it was like, that's a solid first introduction to my family, is spilling a mimosa on my dad's lap. But I mean, we have so many. Meeting Eric Trump at Trump's golf course, and I ran up like a little kid to go take a picture with him. Waiting hours in line to get into a Game of Thrones themed bar. I mean, there's just so many fun things that we've had. We have had, just tons of goofy adventures over these past, year and a half that we've been together. Best thing that she's ever done for me. So she is a planner. She loves to plan, going to different places. Like she planned a trip to Williamsburg. She's planned my last couple birthdays. My first ever Redskins game was with her. So she is just, very meticulous about putting together plans like that, so yeah. So in common, Brittany and I are both pretty synced up politically, which is good, because I'm very outspoken about my politics in case anybody doesn't know me. She's an old soul like me. She loves history, loves old-timey music, which is fun because it makes planning dates really, really exciting when we get to go to old places. Yeah, she does like beer, but she likes different beer than me, so she kind of makes me look like a girl when we go out and get one. She'll get an IPA and I'll get a lager, a Bud Light Lime or something like that, but those are things that we do like to share. What do I love most about my wife? To be honest, it's kind of silly, but I had to write down a couple things because there just are so many. You know, Brittany, you're always ready for a good picture. I think that is so funny how, you know, you just love taking selfies, and it's adorable, and actually something that our family used to make fun of you for, but now you're always down to grab everybody together and take a picture, and pictures are awesome. I mean, it's something that we have as memories, you know, forever. So then also you always take care of me. I always feel like I'm, you know, taken care of when you're around, and if I'm ever sick or anything, I mean, you just go right into nurturing, and that's so amazing of your character. You love birthdays, you're very giving, very affectionate, always down for an adventure or a good time, but you still love to stay at home, you know, and I love that so much. You love history, you're loyal to your friends and your family, you're encouraging, and you have a great sense of style, so that's really helped out with loading up our closet with all of your clothes. But no, to be honest, I mean, I just love so many things about you, and you know, all of these are just such great character qualities, you know, and characteristics of you that are pretty amazing. So I knew that I wanted to marry Brittany after we'd only been dating for a couple months, to be honest. You know, we met in the spring, and it was, you know, really only coming up after that summer. I remember being at a rifle qualification lane, believe it or not, out in Fort Indiantown Gap in Pennsylvania. And while we were there, the battalion commander pulled us together and said, hey, pretty good likelihood that we're gonna go on a deployment in the next year or so. And I just remember thinking, like, oh my gosh, like, life is getting really real. And I remember calling my dad, and I was like, hey, you know, we're gonna be deploying, and I think I love this girl. You know, I've told her that I love her. You know, I think that this is gonna be the person I wanna be with for the rest of my life. And he's like, why wait? And I was like, oh my gosh, all right. So I called my best friend. I was like, hey dude, I love this girl. I think, you know, she's who I want to be with for the rest of my life. I know she's who I want to be with for the rest of my life. I think I want to marry her. He's like, dude, that means the world to me. He called me, and so I started just planning it out, and that was the night I was like, all right, if we're going to be deploying, you know, why wait? You know, God has brought this woman into my life, so I want to, you know, not waste any time.
What do you want her to know while you're gone?
So, Brittany, I just want you to know you are already showing these qualities of an amazing mom, and I am so confident in your ability to take care of Levi, and I'm so proud of you for the woman that you are, and I want you to know that I will always be there for you, even though I can't be there, you know, physically, that I will do everything I can to make this as easy as a transition as possible and show you how much support that I have for you. Our family, you know, will always be there for you, but I just want you to know that you are an incredible woman and an incredible mom already, and I cannot wait to see the mom that you are to Levi, and watch you raise him and nurture him, and I can't wait to come home to be a part of that.